Hello, Tenno. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about Tauron Strikes, how do they work, how to get them, and how do you mod them, how their skill tree works, etc. etc. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Tauron Strikes is these cool things right here. I have the Madurai Ball, and how you get them is kind of tedious grind, but it is worth it in the end. At least, even if you unlock one of them, it's quite worth it. So, how do you unlock them? First of all, you will go to the Dark Refractory. You unlock it after Alt P, so you can just skip to it. You will go to Perita Rebellion, and each of these three bosses will drop an special material. Like Hanhulus drops the Lyric Bridge, I believe. The Dactylus drops an item, and Vanguard drops like Ascaris Prime. Each of these bosses drop these materials, like 15 of them. You will need 150 of each material that drops from these three bosses. So approximately you will need to do these like 10, like I kind of want to, like, at first, like, you're gonna need 10 runs of each boss, but usually the mini bosses in the Pirate Rebellion game mode already give you like some of the other materials as well. So, but not 15, of course. There may be two or three of them, and you can also buy the material from Marie too for the common materials you get in the Pirate Rebellion, such as Serviosis or Agnio discs. So at best, maybe you can do it with 8 runs or nine, like maybe 7 runs if you're really lucky. But it seems like at worst, like commonly, it's gonna be 10 runs each. Since there's an operation going, I suggest you playing the operation because like most people like playing it because of that. And after the operation, probably the server's gonna be more empty. And in this game mode, you can also actually try out the Tauron Strikes by at the bottom focus tool thing. And there's something special to Perita Rebellion is that each of these focus schools not only give you the ultimate to try it, but they also have initiative buffs. What are initiative buffs? It's when you do an order in Perita Rebellion, you gain a certain buff for yourself. And each school has a unique one. So let's go over what are they. Madurai School gives primary and secondary fire rate. Unairu gives armor and bonus impact damage. Vazarin gives max health and status chance. Zenoric gives ability strength and energy max. And Naramon gives increased melee damage and critical chance. I usually use Madurai because fire rate is funny, but Naramon also seems like a sick one. And like I said, you can just pick and choose them. Try the ultimates for yourself and see which one is like the best for you. Each of these ultimates does something interesting. They all have really cool animations, which I'm going to showcase right now. Naramon lets you summon a gigantic sword and you shoot a wave out of it. But all the bosses died until I could even do something. Vazarin lets you summon a staff, you hit it on the ground, it can give you certain buffs, and there's a special ability with it, which I will talk about when I talk about the skill trees. Let me see if I can summon it. This must be the Unair one, the hammer. It deals damage, and it also spawns some energy drops and health orbs. The Zeneric one lets you summon a gigantic book and you shoot lasers out of it, which is really cool. And I don't know if I recorded the Madurai one, but the Madurai basically you summon that, like, it's what I have. You summon a gigantic bow and you just have this giant AoE attack, and it gives you like ability strength, I believe. There's some extra stuff as well. So you may ask, Baguette, how am I gonna get these Tauron Strikes? Like, who am I gonna buy this from when I gain the materials? Well, to answer that, let's go to the La Cathédrale and to Marie. So as I mentioned, the three materials you get from the boss fights, the Lyoric Bridge, Ren Hypercore, and Asker's Prime, will have you buy these weapons. But when you buy them, this is not where the story ends, actually. After you buy your Tauron Strike Ultimate, you have to go back to your skill tree, the school tree, and you have to unlock the Tauron Strike with your focus, and then it will unlock abilities. Like as you can see, my bow is unlocked and it has like rain of arrows, surging storm, downpour, overwhelming power. These are abilities that are connected to it. And you'll have to upgrade those abilities as well with your focus skill and also materials you get from the bosses. So I believe like Rain of Arrows use like Hypercore, which you can get from Dactylist, or the overwhelming power look uses like Lyroic Bridge, or Downpour uses Ascaris Prime. But it's not like a high amount. Like if you just do one boss, you will have enough of those rare materials to upgrade all of it. The main problem is focus. How can I earn bunch of focus to upgrade these ultimates? There are ways. First of all, you can go to Cetus for Eidolon hunting, and Eidolons usually drop Eidolon shards, which you can use to focus conversion, or you go to Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, you grab one of those yellow orbs, and just start killing everything you see, or your allies kill everything they see, and you gain focus like that as well. And now you unlocked your weapon, you upgraded it, and then there's gonna be a modding section. I'm gonna talk about how you're gonna charge these ultimates after the modding section, because modding is also, in my opinion, an important part. So don't be impatient. So when you buy the weapon and unlock it in your school, you will see the ultimate will be right there. And what's this? You're going to see an upgrade screen. The upgrade screen is your modding screen for your ultimate. This has 5 mod slots and an arcane. Each of these are unique. They're not any past arcanes or past mods. You can unlock these mods by playing the Perita Rebellion game mode. The regular mods, like the gray mods and blue mods, drop from enemies, if I remember correctly. The red ones might be a mission drop, because I never seen a red one drop from an enemy, or it didn't appear to me in like a notification in game. But playing Period, and same as Arcanes, you can get the Arcanes from either Marie for items. She has her own shop for Arcanes. She has her own shop for like that shop also has mods too. The red ones, blue ones, and gray ones. And or you can just get the arcanes from the mini bosses of Pirate Rebellion, the Commandeers, Primes, or the bosses, as I think it's also a mission end drop as well. So if you're doing the operation a lot, you will have all of the arcanes maxed anyways. The middle part arcane, the rest of the are for the 5 mods. And the mods have on their own synergies, which I will get to. Now we have we have 5 arcanes, which each of them activate after you do a Tauron Strike. Like after you ult, the effect will activate. Like Zidan Asir gives you status chance. Zidan Haras gives you ammo efficiency and amp ammo efficiency passively. Like you don't have to ult. Zidan Osbok gives you Void Sling armor strip, which can strip Overguard as well, and this increases your amp critical damage. So this is kind of like a non ultimate charge arcane. That's kind of cool. Gain invisibility after ult. That's also neat. And Zidan Usog is like after ultimate you get like heat damage for your secondary. So most of them activate after using ult, or sometimes just gives you passive abilities. Now, from what I've noticed with these mods, there's like 2 ways to play. Where one of them is Void Sling mobility type stuff, and the other one is like damage. There's also Void Mode stuff as well, but you can combine Void Mode with either. Like there's like Hawk Owl. When in Void Mode, the next amp attack deals 3 times bonus damage. It's like the Mudrai skill. Or there's like Amp Fire Rate. The gray ones are really like passive stuff, like Operator Armor, Operator HP. I believe there's like Void Sling efficiency, so you can sling more. There's one of them that's really cool, which is this, like gain knockdown immunity, and when knockdown is blocked, enter Void mode for 3 seconds, so you can combo this with the other Void mode mods. There's like transference status duration. Oh yeah, transference static duration. I just noticed that. Transference static duration is, I believe, when you get silenced, you cannot transference. So I think this decreases the duration of that. So like when you're fighting a hard boss, or fighting violence, which I believe can silence you as well. That's pretty interesting. That's a really cool mod, but I personally don't use it. The blue and the red mods where things get interesting because they have a second text which goes like this effect increases with every same school or unique school you use, as you can see right there. Bonus for each unique school. They are pretty cool as well. They're like operator health and shields. There's like increase operator sprint speed, like I said, mobility. Void Sling emits a pulse that breaks containers. That can come handy for 1999 missions. Increase the maximum Void Sling's range. Tauron Strike initial charge is an amazing mod. It's really useful. And there's like increases the maximum Void Sling this Tauron Strike initial. Okay, I already talked about these. The red ones are like most unique ones. There's like amp critical chance and amp critical damage. There's maximum amp energy as well. Amp energy regen for each mod with this school and void mode efficiency as well. So, like I said, you can mix and match void mode mods because there aren't many. So there's two ways to go with this. You can either do it like this, where I just go critical chance and damage and Tauron Strike charge efficiency, or you can pick another way and go Void Sling, which Void Sling as mods are kind of interesting because you basically become like a mobile box breaker. Like if you just want to go through missions, break bunch of boxes, that's a way you can play as well. Or you just want to have insane mobility, you can also build it like that. So let's go to that build screen and let's quickly type Void Sling, see how much mod's gonna show up. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, so there's the Void Sling that breaks boxes around you. There's the increased Void Sling distance. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This is the max one. There we go. Let me max out that. And there's the Void Sling efficiency. Basically, it lets you Void Sling more than more than one time. That's actually also neat. So these three mods, and then you can add like the void mode mods as well. Like void mode gives you sprint speed. Void mode increases your damage. Tanking knockdowns gives you void mode. Like you can just go stuff like that if you don't want to just go void thing. Like you can remove that container mod to put more void mode mods in it. So that's like I'm just saying like this is an alternative way you can play. I wouldn't use this because I'm not that much of I don't care that much about mobility in operator mode. I just care more about damage. So my build is going to be just for damage. But this is basically a build you can be looking at for just mobility. And if you want to deal damage, this will be your build. The arcane is changeable. It's all up to preference. All of the arcanes are really useful. So yeah, that's up to you. Okay, now you will ask, how do I charge these weapons? Well, that's pretty simple. In your build, in your regular Warframe build, you have something called focus lenses. You can, like, you know how you open a menu to install a forma? You can open that same menu and then see that you can install a focus lens if it's not already installed. For each focus lens, it doesn't matter which one, it doesn't matter which grade, like it can be regular, it can be Eidolon, it can be great. You can install any of them to your weapons, and for each focus lens in your weapons and your Warframe, you will gain a charge already, like an existing charge. And also, there's mods, like I said, to give you charge as well. And how you can gain charge outside of that, I mentioned that there are yellow orbs in missions, in maps, they spawn, they give you focus. There's also blue ones that spawn, and if you collect, I believe either yellow or blue, it will give you Tauron Strike charge, and that's how you will charge your Tauron Strikes and your ultimates in the regular missions. So, with that out of the way, let's get to the important question. Which Tauron Strike you should get first? Considering the schools and the buffs they give, like Zeneric, the book gives you ability strength and casting speed when you buff, like upgrade all of the abilities. That's pretty cool. Madurai gives you strength again. It can create a gigantic AoE that can kill enemies for a half a minute or a minute long. That's pretty good as well. I checked the hammer, the sword, and Vazarin's staff as well. The hammer seems to be just give you energy orbs, which is eh. The sword gives you like melee critical chance, which can be handy. But Vazarin, the staff has an interesting skill you can unlock, which when you use the Tauron Strike of Vazarin, the staff, you can revive any ally that died. All of them. And this doesn't matter if the mission has a one life rule, where if you die, you cannot be revived. That doesn't matter. If your ally died in an Archon hunt, if your ally died in an Elite Deep Archimedia, or a Netracell, or Elite Temporal Archimedia, or Descendia, you can revive them with the Vazarin Tauron Strike, aka Nidri, which is pretty cool. You can be that support that your team needs. Um, Other than that, the others just give good buffs, but the Madurai Bow's AoE is insane, and Lorak, the Zeneric book's buffs are also pretty good. So my suggestion for first Tauron Strikes should be like Madurai and Zeneric, then Vazarin. Then you can go Naramon Unairu. You can also start with Naramon as well if you like that gigantic sword. Like, it's all up to you, as I'm saying, but in my opinion, Madurai, Zeneric, and the Vazarin Tauron Strike should be a priority if you don't want to burn yourself out too much with the farm. And I guess that's all I will say about the Tauron Strikes. The builds for your amps are really fun. I like the arcanes that came with it. I like how easy they are to charge because you just have to collect those yellow or blue orbs that appear in the map. They get pinged, and their symbol looks like those like flower, like bunch of circles, like it shapes like a flower. You if you unlock school system like focus school system, you'll already see them. You'll already saw them, and you're probably used to what they look like. They, like I said, they get pinged. You can see them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you guys in the next video where I will talk about the extremely hard bosses and super bosses and tactics on them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you, Tenno.